Imagine a sound you should never hear in nature. It is a dry, brittle sound, a sound of crack and crunch. This is not the sound of twigs underfoot. It is not the sound of an animal eating its natural food. Instead, this is the sound coming from the stomachs of seabirds. Seabirds whose bodies are so full of plastic. The pieces grate against each other with every movement. This tragic chorus is becoming increasingly common. It is a stark reminder of our impact. Our modern world is built on convenience. Plastic has been central to this convenience. It is versatile, cheap, and durable. But its durability is also its curse. This material, designed to last, now persists in our environment. It breaks down, not away. It fragments into smaller and smaller pieces. These pieces are invading every corner of our planet, from the highest mountains to the deepest oceans. And wildlife is paying a terrible price. Consider the albatross, the petrel, the shearwater. These magnificent ocean wanderers, they evolved over millennia to master the winds and waves. Now they face a new, insidious threat, a threat they cannot distinguish from food, a threat that leads to starvation and suffering. Lord Howe Island is a jewel in the Tasman Sea. It lies between Australia and New Zealand. It is a place of breathtaking natural beauty, with volcanic peaks that rise dramatically from the ocean. Lush green forests cover its slopes, and crystal-clear waters surround its shores. This island is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized for its unique biodiversity and pristine ecosystems. It is a sanctuary for countless species of plants and animals. Many are found nowhere else on Earth. Life on Lord Howe Island moves at a different pace. The community here lives in close harmony with nature. They understand the value of their precious environment. They have worked hard to protect it for generations. The island is a haven, a refuge from the pressures of the modern world. Yet even this remote paradise is not immune. The ocean currents, the very lifeblood of the sea, carry a hidden danger. They bring plastic waste from distant shores. Thousands of kilometers away, people discard plastic items. These items find their way into rivers and then the sea. The currents then transport this debris across vast oceans. It washes up on beaches around the world, even on the shores of seemingly pristine Lord Howe Island. The flesh-footed shearwater is a remarkable seabird. It is a master of long-distance flight. These birds spend most of their lives at sea. They glide effortlessly over the waves. They travel thousands of kilometers across the Pacific Ocean. Each year, they undertake incredible migrations. These journeys take them from their feeding grounds to their breeding sites. Lord Howe Island is one such crucial breeding site. It is one of the largest shearwater colonies in the world. On Lord Howe Island, the shearwaters dig burrows. They create nests in the soft forest soil. Here, they lay a single egg each year. Both parents share the duties of incubation. They also share the feeding of their precious chick. For months, they dedicate themselves to raising their young. This ensures the next generation of these ocean wanderers. Their lives are a testament to endurance and to the ancient rhythms of the natural world. Their connection to the ocean is absolute. To feed themselves and their chicks, shearwaters forage at sea. Shearwater parents are incredibly devoted. They fly vast distances to find food for their young. They may travel hundreds of kilometers on a single foraging trip. Their instinct is to provide the best for their chick. They return to their burrows under the cover of darkness. This is to avoid predators. The chick waits patiently, anticipating a nutritious meal. This parental dedication is a powerful force of nature. It drives the survival of the species. But the ocean has changed. It is no longer a pure source of sustenance. It is now littered with our plastic waste. Adult shearwaters, searching for food, encounter these plastic items: bottle caps, lighters, balloons, and countless tiny fragments. They mistake these colorful, buoyant objects for food. They scoop them up from the ocean's surface. They then carry this deadly cargo back to their nests, believing they are bringing life-giving nourishment. It is a heartbreaking, unintentional betrayal. Back in the burrow, the parent regurgitates its stomach contents. This is how they feed their chick. Along with any real food, they pass on the plastic. The chick eagerly swallows whatever it is given. It trusts its parents completely. It has no way of knowing that it is consuming poison. The scale of plastic ingestion by shearwater chicks is truly shocking. Researchers like Dr. Alex Bond have dedicated years to studying this problem. His work on Lord Howe Island has revealed horrifying truths. Scientists gently examine the chicks. They flush their stomachs to see what they have been fed. The findings are consistently distressing. Almost every chick surveyed has plastic inside it. This is not an isolated incident. It is a widespread crisis. The amounts of plastic found are staggering. Some chicks have only a few pieces. Others contain dozens, even hundreds. Dr. Bond and his team documented a tragic record. One shearwater chick was found to have 276 pieces of plastic in its tiny stomach. Imagine that burden for a young bird. This plastic can account for a significant portion of its body weight. It is a heavy load for any creature to bear, especially one that needs to grow and fledge successfully. On average, shearwater chicks on Lord Howe Island contain around 30 to 40 pieces of plastic. This is a disturbing baseline. The types of plastic are incredibly varied. They include everyday items that we use and discard. Bottle caps are common. The presence of plastic in a bird's stomach causes severe physical harm. It is not just about taking up space. The sharp edges of plastic fragments can injure the bird internally. They can cut and perforate the lining of the stomach and intestines. This leads to internal bleeding and infections. These injuries are painful and debilitating. They significantly reduce the bird's chances of survival. Imagine the constant discomfort and pain these young birds must endure. Furthermore, the sheer volume of plastic creates blockages. The digestive tract can become obstructed. This prevents the passage of real food. Even if a chick manages to take in some nutrients, they may not be absorbed properly. The plastic mass interferes with digestion. The bird effectively starves despite having a full stomach. This false sense of satiation is a cruel trick played by the plastic. The chicks grow weaker. They become emaciated. Their development is stunted. The physical burden of carrying plastic also takes its toll. Chicks with large amounts of plastic are often underweight. They lack the energy reserves needed for growth. They also need energy for their first flight out to sea. Many never reach this crucial stage. The research conducted by Dr. Alex Bond and his colleagues has uncovered another disturbing impact. They identified a new disease in seabirds. This disease is caused directly by plastic ingestion. They have named it plasticosis. This is a landmark discovery. It shows that plastic does more than just cause blockages or starvation. It actively causes pathological changes within the bird's body. It is a disease of our plastic age. Plasticosis is a type of fibrotic disease. This means it is characterized by the formation of scar tissue. When birds ingest plastic, the sharp fragments irritate the lining of their digestive tract. Specifically, it affects the proventriculus. This is the first part of the bird's stomach. This constant irritation leads to chronic inflammation. In response, the body forms excessive scar tissue. This scarring thickens the stomach walls. It also damages the delicate glands responsible for digestion. The effects of plasticosis are severe. The scar tissue makes the stomach less flexible. It reduces its ability to expand and contract. This impairs digestion. The damaged glands produce fewer digestive enzymes. This means the bird cannot break down food effectively. Nutrient absorption is compromised. The plight of the flesh-footed shearwaters on Lord Howe Island is a tragic story, but it is also a warning. These birds are sentinels of ocean health. What happens to them reflects the wider marine environment. If shearwaters are ingesting plastic, it means plastic is pervasive. It is present in the water column. It is on the ocean surface. It is available to any creature that feeds there. This has implications far beyond a single species or island. Microplastics are of particular concern. These particles are virtually everywhere. They have been found in the smallest plankton. They are consumed by filter feeders like mussels and oysters. They are eaten by small fish. These organisms are then eaten by larger predators. Plastic and the toxins it carries moves up the food chain. This process is called bioaccumulation. Animals higher up the food chain can accumulate greater concentrations of plastic-related toxins. The ecological ripples are vast. Other seabirds, marine mammals, sea turtles, and fish are all known to ingest plastic. Turtles can mistake plastic bags for jellyfish. Whales can gulp down huge mouthfuls of plastic-laden water. The impacts are similar: starvation, internal injuries, toxicity. The situation facing the shearwaters in our oceans is dire, but it is not hopeless. We have the knowledge to make a difference. The first step is to reduce our reliance on single-use plastics. These items are used once but persist for centuries. We must choose reusable alternatives. Every piece of plastic avoided is a victory. Proper waste management is essential. This means improving recycling infrastructure globally. Preventing plastic from leaking into the environment requires individual responsibility. It also requires systemic changes from governments and industries. Supporting local cleanup initiatives can make a tangible difference. Removing plastic from beaches and waterways helps wildlife. We can use our voices to advocate for stronger policies. This includes pushing for bans on harmful plastic items. Encouraging businesses to adopt sustainable practices is crucial. Supporting organizations that protect our oceans is another